What is up, legends? We are back. Another week, another hype watch. Obviously, we're out here. We out here, yo. So, coming right off the back, what we normally do in hype watch is we talk about the hype of the week, things that I have found or was sent to me that I feel that you should actually pay attention to. It's gonna be PC and mobile titles, and we're gonna start right off with Quinfall. This game is looking extremely cool and just something that you might want to hop into. It's very much open world, as you see. MMORPG. You can actually build in this world. You can travel. You can go with your friends and just run around and just have some fun in it. See, it is right now at $20, which I find like crazy. Like, I was thinking maybe 30 or 35 or 40 or something like that, but 20, that's really good. That's why I'm actually starting off hype watch with this. Definitely a game that you want to mess around with on Steam. Hop into it. It just seems like a really good idea. It reminds me of Skyrim, to be honest with you. Like, it's really cool. So, check it out. Next up is Wildgate. Now, I like space. It's like I like watch Neil deGrasse Tyson like stuff all the time. Star Talk, like Star Talk is amazing. I'm actually making a game. It's going to be largely involved with space and like different type of things with multiverse. All of that is ramping up now. I'm really happy about that. I'm gonna talk about that at the end of this video though. But speaking of this game, it reminds me of Wild Star a lot. It has that theme. Like, there's another game that we'll actually be able to again run around and just have some fun with. Seems a lot ARPG. I'm definitely following this closely just to see when they're actually going to do things. You can actually go to play wildgate.com right here, which I probably should have already right there. If you want to play test everything else like this, I already signed up already. I think I closed it by accident, but yeah, definitely hop in. It's going to be on Xbox, PS5, and Steam. I'm looking forward to it. All right, so we initially thought this was like April Fool's and not a real thing, but apparently this is a real thing. Dark skin waifu, Mirabelle is actually going to be in action Taimanin. So I'll leave just a link to this, and you can follow out on the game and everything else with this. This is a Steam game. You really can't cover this much on YouTube because they be wilding. They like, if you like a 18 plus type of game, this is an 18 plus type of game. However, I can't talk about this or show this as well. I have actually put videos of characters that were safe enough to actually play on the channel, but not everything is safe in this game. So there's that. Next up, we have what I want to actually talk about. You see, I did retweet this recently because they kind of like or asking. This is going to be coming May 30th. The new Elden Ring roguelike game. I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'm going to be hopping in there. We're going to be going crazy on it. Honorable mention: Path of Exile is going to be coming out in 3 or 4 days with their new update. Actually, no, it might be more in 3 or 4 days. It might be a little bit done, but anyway, Path of Exile put out a really good thing. I'm not gonna actually show it, but Path of Exile 2 honorable mention. Next up is Shadow Class, another game I am definitely looking forward to. It's not actually out yet. At least I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think it is. I missed a beta last like 3 or 4 months ago. I was super sad about that, but there's another ARPG type of game that I'm looking forward to. You can register now for it. It's going to be another one that you can just be. This looks amazing, super fun. We will obviously not have the sound on all of this, but I like the art. It reminds me of like Earthbound and River City Ransom. It just looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Like, I'm into games like this, so definitely, hop in, give it a look, check it out. Worth your time. Next up, Children of Morta. So this is the mobile version. Obviously, the PC version. We talked about this on HypeWatch a few times, actually. It's a really good game. It's an excellent game. It's only $4 right now on mobile, so I think this is worth it for this game. like 100% $4 for this game. It was like $7, but it's $4 now. Hella worth it. Obviously I have it on PC, so I'm not gonna buy it again. But you see it does have online co-op and everything else like this. I think this is actually worth the $4 if you're looking for something that's to mess around, have on your phone and play, get your roguelike on, like, you know, get the story. It has literally all the stuff from the game, like pretty amazing. So next up is Mabinogi. I have a weird history with Mabinogi, the PC version. If you guys were not around for the Mabinogi feud I had with them, because people used to cap on this game and say it was like the best thing ever, and I had like an online feud. It was a cool game. It was Ragnarok and everything like that. And I'm happy that it's getting translated over to mobile. I think that it will thrive on mobile. I think it would be amazing on mobile. Obviously, it's Nexon. Nexon is doing a lot better as a company now, because people always think that it's Nexon, old Nexon. Old Nexon doesn't exist anymore. They fired all them people. That studio, and I feel bad for Nexon as like a business, because they have that stigma like forever because of Nexon West. Nexon West just doesn't exist anymore. I had to keep explaining this literally for like the past 10 years, and I was literally the person who wrote that story. I still have the videos on my channel that Nexon West was going bye-bye, because I could see certain things happening. The industry didn't know, but I knew because I could see certain things happening, and that video became popular. It literally got like 100,000 views on my channel, because it wasn't like I was trying to be like happy about it or anything else, but I could see what was happening with that. I was like, okay, they probably are going to go bye-bye. And it literally was like, what it was like a rogue situation where West was just wilding, and East, which is the Asian side, which I think West was still Asian too, but West had obvious Americans who were wilding and messing everything up. And Nexon's a really good company right now, and making good games. You know, obviously TFD and everything else like that. They're doing well. So I hope that this actually does well and they keep up the same type of thing, because for whatever reason now, Nexon is a company that listens to the public. Now they listen to the gamers. Like every game that they have, like they literally, oh, this don't work, all right, we're gonna do stuff like that. Even with Blue Archive, out of all the, like you see it down there, Blue Archive gets flack because it's like a lolly happy type of game, but they listen. Maple Story M is another one. Like we literally like all this stuff, and then this Kart Rider Rush probably is like the best game outside of Smash, not Smash, Mario Kart. That's a kart game. Like it's really good. Like there's just a lot of stuff that this company has going on right now. They're doing a good job, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm hopefully they'll do a good job with this. You can actually play this if you use the APK. I'm not going to link to that, but obviously if you follow on this channel, you know how to use APK sites. You just put the link for this to that and you should be good to go. Next up is Racing Master, which is the same type of thing. I'm actually going to come into this game and try it later on. Maybe I will tomorrow. But this is looking like Need for Speed, like on a mobile platform, and I'm just looking for like just a really good mobile game that's gonna be fun. So we'll see. It got 100k downloads already. It's been only up like 3 or 4 days, so people are definitely going into it. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of reviews out there, because I'm not really a person who covers racing titles, but people was like, yo, it's really good. Like you really gotta try it. So I'm probably just gonna put it on the emulator and see what's up. Next up, we're actually talking about Botworld, because it officially, as you guys could see down right here, has its first season. It never had a season before. This is actually a really cool game too, and I'm gonna come and try this season of Spin. So you're probably gonna see this come in the video pretty soon. Obviously it has mad downloads because this game is a cool game. It's like Digimon, basically, more so, and like it's won awards, as you guys can see. So if you have never played this game, you probably should play it. It's free to play. It's a really cool game, and it has a ton of content, and even more now that they have this new season up. Nobody told me to actually do this. I just happened to see that they had this season thing going on. I was like, oh, I got to get back into this because this is actually kind of a cool game. You could make bots according to like whatever you want, put things together, get rare bots that are out there. Like they got whole guides and like YouTubers actually covering this stuff. And shout out to the YouTubers who are actually covering this. So yeah, definitely a game worth actually talking about. Next up is another game worth talking about, which again has something pretty hype that we're pretty much coming into. They have a event going on right now. I know a lot of people are Legend of Heroes fans, and they have an event going on right now where you can get a pretty strong character, pretty meta character. Somebody actually DM'd me this, so this is not like nobody say, hey, this is really hype, but like, no, you should really like, they wanted me to do a video, but I don't really have time. And I'm far behind. I would have to like go into the game and play it and get to the point where I can actually get the character. I'm nowhere near that, but maybe one of you guys want to actually do that. So I wanted to actually tell you guys about it because I think that is pretty hype. I think that this is a pretty cool game. So, if you want to go in and get that character, if you're a fan of the series, now is a good time. Speaking of which, being a fan of a series, I've always been a fan of Epic 7. Epic 7 is in a very weird place right now. It's obvious that we may lose global, like literally anytime this year, because it seems like they're just like ramping up for that. It'll probably be like a KR game and a CN game and probably stay over there. But while we still have it, they are in the midst of the next world coming out, and they literally Raz has a new version. I'm calling him Pretty Boy Raz. I don't know if anybody actually put it here right there, but that's kind of him right there. Yeah, he Pretty Boy Raz. He in his pretty boy moment right now. So he gets a new version now. It's like his 4th version now. So I'm definitely coming back and showing up for that. Like, cause Raz the homie, and I if you guys remember, I used to stand Raz like back in the day, back when my channel was like really big with Epic 7. And you guys remember like front page, like Friday, 10,000 people watching Epic 7, like, putting Epic 7 on the map. I really want to do stuff like that again, but I feel like Smilegate just don't care, dog. I'd rather do it for a company that literally cares more than Smilegate cares. You see how they treated Outer Plane. Like they did this crash and burn Outer Plane, and everybody was like, bruh, what is Shay talking about? You see, I'm actually cool with this person. I'm not cool with what, ma'am. Dungeon Knight. Like I'm messed up that she's even talking about that. I know why, because she had an incident. Go follow her. You'll figure out the incident. That you baddie waifu. That's all I'm gonna say. But she had an incident, so follow her. You find out the incident and the fallout. It actually went viral, which was hilarious. Yeah, Dungeon Knight. Back on focus. They also have something going on right now, which is again hot time event. I was told about this. I did actually cover this before. Not really that much of a fan, but it has its place. A lot of people like this game, and again, the 3D idol genre is just popping off. You see, this has 1 million downloads. Y'all be like, who's playing this game? Obviously, 1 million people. like that is a lot. For an idle game, and these idle games, every time you're like, I see y'all in the comment section, y'all be talking mad junk, but people be playing these games. Like, people watch the videos, people come into the videos, like they get high likes. Like, my channel has a 98.9% like to dislike ratio on my channel. So people like, and this is a 10-year-old channel. That is very hard to do. YouTube constantly sends me stuff on that, and I even got a reward. It's in my profile for YouTube for being over 98% like ratio with over 3,000 videos. I have like 5,000 videos, but apparently that's really hard to do. And over a 10-year span. Actually, I've been a creator for 12 years. It's going to be 12 years in December. No, it's going to be 13 years in December because I started 2012. So that's actually really hard. It's not a flex or anything else like that. That shows that you weren't being a dick, like, and just making content just to piss people off, stuff like this. I try to make content to, like, you know, that be cool and give you something to play, not necessarily, you know, I don't clickbait. You guys know that. Like, I detest clickbaiting. I detest drama content. I hate it. I think it's the worst thing on YouTube because it just messes up the algorithm for everybody. Like, because what that does is makes drama, it makes YouTube look for drama. So everybody who's making legit content like guides and actually playing the game doesn't really get views because the highest thing on there is said drama. Like, oh my God, this dress is too damn short. Got like 1 million damn views. And then people who are actually playing the game and actually showing you how to play the game properly is getting like 2,000-3,000 because like that's why all of that is bad. And I always detest it. And it's not like I'm hating on anybody doing it. It's that I don't think that it's useful to the gaming sphere. Like, if you want to be a drama creator, go do something else. Don't do it in gaming because all you're doing is messing it up for everybody else. That's just a fact. That's what it is because that's what the algorithm basically becomes. That's why you always see me get on people saying that they're shitting like in Gacha and gaming and stuff like that. It shouldn't be drama creators because they F it up for everybody else. Next up is Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. Obviously, you guys know what Shadowverse is. It's been around for a while. Cygames has been just hanging out with it for a long period of time. They still have Sword Chronicle still here. I thought that EOS. Now I'm getting distracted. Anyway, Cygames. This is their new game that they're pretty much gonna. Matter of fact, why have I not? Oh, it's because I'm on my media. I'm spoiling. I'm on my media thing. I guess I could tell you about that. I have a media account. Since you literally see it. I have and what that is basically is that your media account can't be your personal account. My personal account obviously is what I play games on. I don't care. Everybody knows what my personal account is at this point. But under the rules of being a game reviewer, a professional game reviewer, like press credentials, your media account can't be your personal account. That's a conflict of interest. So if you guys ever want to get into that, that's why you're gonna see me on that right now. It's because I wonder why I'm not pre-registered for this. Is because I'm not on my personal account. And this is like where you get reviews and stuff like that. And normally when you get reviews and with things like that, they give you the key, you review it, and then they take the key away. And Steam does the same thing, by the way. But for some reason on Steam, they don't do that restriction to you. My personal account is my media account on Steam because Steam has different type of rules. Like you can't have two different accounts be for like it's weird. I don't know why Steam does that. Steam should do it the way that Google does it, but they just don't. Anyway, this game is here, so if you're into cards and stuff like that, I know you guys are into cards. Whenever I do a card video of a card game, 10,000 views, like immediately. I'm not even kidding. I wish I was that type of YouTuber because I would be retired somewhere. I'd be like Corey X Kenshin right now. Y'all be wilding when it's a card game. I don't get where all them people come from, all them fans. Like I wish I could replicate that all the time and be happy to play card games all the time. I get bored. I'm gonna be honest with you. I come through. Shadowverse is boring though, so this is gonna be a new hype game that's gonna be cool, and they're gonna intertwine more ARPG stuff, which that's what this is gonna do. Kind of like how the other game Teppen, kind of like how Teppen is. If they do stuff like Teppen, I might be there. Y'all might get Scion like out here hard with the cards, yo. I'll be there, but I don't know. We'll see. I just definitely want to tell you about this one though. Hop in there. Age of Mecha Survival. This is a new type of game. City builder. I'm not that much into a city builder, but I was told to no, come in and take a look at it. give you guys a look before we get to the last game, but you guys are obviously, if you saw the thumbnail, you're gonna know what we're talking about. I need to say stuff about that. I need to say things about my game. But yeah, Age of Mecha, hop in there, do it to it. Last, but certainly not least, is Etheria Restart Reborn to Fight. All right. So real quick, you guys know that I've been in 3 betas, about to be 4. Hint, hint. In Etheria, I am now officially signed to be a creator for Etheria. That's what I am. I'm going to be a Etheria creator. And with that said, guys, so I got massive amount of Etheria content on this channel. Just really good, everything 4K. So if you want to look at the game and see what things are going to be, have at it, hop in it. This is going to be your next banger for the year. There's only 2 games I'm looking to be bangers of the year. Yes, just 2. I've played and seen everything else that you would think that is going to be a banger and stuff like that, but I'm only looking at 2 games. This is one of them. The other one is Elantra or Elantra, whatever. But just those 2. That's it. I know you're gonna be like, but what about just those 2? I'm usually right about it, sadly. And I'm saying sadly because there's a few other games that look like they're going to be cool, but I'm seeing a lot wrong already in the beginning. So if I have not said those games, then I've already I don't want to put negative lights on anything. Granted, even though I'm not even saying them, that's a negative light, but I'm just not going to focus you on any one place, shape, or form. But just me as a beta tester and a game press reviewer, I'm seeing problems in all of those other games. That leads me to say that I'm only looking at 2 this year. That's enough of a hint for you right there. Not any hate towards them, because they could turn around, they could change. They're not even out yet. They can do things that we'd be like, damn, this is amazing. This is great. I'm hoping that they will do that, because there'll be more things for me to play, more things for me to do content on, which makes me a lot more money. Let's just be real. Like, when things are actually good and you have stuff to play, YouTubers actually make money. That's the way YouTube works. So I don't want something to be bad. So just don't ever think that I'm the type of person that wants that. I want more things to play. You guys know that I will multitask like a mofo and be out here with like 10 different games on the channel and be at end game in all 10 different games. That's how I roll. We real gamers out here. That's what I want. But I won't force it. I won't force something on my channel that is just not good and be telling you, oh, this game is lit. I think this game is, and it be garbage. Like, Scion ain't done that in all 12 years. So I'm not going to start doing it in year 13. So with that said, Etheria, we are an official creator, signed and everything else for Etheria. And I won't lie for this game either. So far, it's done everything possible. They listen. They're doing so many betas basically because they listen. That's actually crazy. They don't have to do this many betas. They could have just put the game out and then rocked and then updated it as they went. But because people keep finding things, because people like me keep finding things and other creators keep finding things, they keep going back and say, okay, we're gonna need to do this, we're gonna need to do that, that don't work, okay, let's do this. And we're gonna have another beta coming right now. Look forward to that. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fun. Your boy's gonna have content for you to look at. I am gonna be extensively doing my thing in this game. I might run it back to Epic 7 days. You guys remember how I was in the Epic 7 days, and Star Power was there. I was telling Zox, obviously he's a friend channel. I'm gonna actually add a couple of more friend channels to my Discord, because we just have Zox and Magamo right now. Most everybody else who I had friend channels with retired, sadly. There's not a lot of us left, to be honest with you. There's not a lot of creators left. I would say in Gacha, there's about maybe 50 English creators left. There's plenty of creators all over the world, but English, 50 predominant creators left. Now, I'm being real when I say that. It's not a lot of us left. That's just how hard YouTube has become now, to be a creator and to actually sustain yourself compared to the way that it was 5 and 10 years ago. To actually be a creator good enough to actually sustain yourself. Thankfully, I have been around so long, and literally I was the first Gacha creator. A lot of people forget because I've been around for so long. Been here 12 years, but I was the first Gacha creator. I started it all. Regardless of what everybody thinks that they're quote unquote the king and everything else, I am the king. Like, and that's not me trying to flex and anything else like this. I'm the godfather, basically. I started it. Nobody else can say that. They were not here. I have the proof. Like, my channel existed 2012. Started all of this. And nobody else in the Gacha sphere right now was around for that period in 2012. They probably, or they were like in high school or something. Probably in junior high or whatever. They were not here. I was. So I'm going back to that era. It's going to be the last time because of the next topic that we're talking about. So I do apologize for me talking longer in this HypeWatch than usual, because normally I would do Sunday conversation, but we're going to combine that in this HypeWatch. With all of that said, that we're, Etheria and everything else like this, that we're going to be going back to the epic 7 days of Scion, basically, where I was actually streaming on Twitch. Yes, I just literally announced my stream comeback, by the way. We're going to be streaming on Twitch. I'm talking to Twitch about this game. I was just waiting until everything got signed, sealed, and delivered with Etheria. And I've been talking with Twitch about how I want to handle covering this game, getting front page, getting some integration with my channel to kind of build some hype. I want to see what I can do, and once I get Twitch on board with all of this, because they're not just gonna do it. I have to actually tell them and say, hey, look, which they wanted me to do for a while, by the way. I've been getting emails every year, hey, we're gonna do that. They wanted me to actually be a part of Black History Month, but I didn't have anything to stream to be part of Black History Month, so I declined being part of Black History Month, which is unfortunate, because this would have been great for Black History Month to do again what I did with Epic 7. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about or referencing, I was the last day of Black History Month on a Friday, and put Epic 7 literally on the front page of Twitch, and it was lit. I had famous people there. I had like other gaming channels. Like, it was an amazing experience. It was my best memory of being a content creator, because it was just everybody playing a game. I had 10,000 people watching a game they never played before, a Gacha game on top of that. And it was the first time a Gacha game ever got something like that on Twitch. There's been other mobile games like the Clash of Kings and all those type of games and stuff like that got that type of numbers, but never a Gacha game like Epic 7. That was the first time that could happen, and it opened the door for everybody else, which is why you see everybody else, people running around right now, like the Gacha Smack and Tectone and everything else like that. I opened the door for all of that, basically, for making that be predominant on Twitch, and Twitch actually paying attention, because when I did that, what ended up happening the following day, literally, I got an email from Twitch. It was like, that was amazing. What is this game? And do you want to do stuff like that more often? Which I ended up doing. If you guys remember, it actually went over into Exo's Heroes. I had Twitch promoting me and Exo's Heroes on the front page and stuff like that, but that was all stuff that had to be worked out and talked about. And again, starting all of the whole Gacha fad and everything else like that, I just kind of let it go, because I just didn't want to stream anymore, because that takes a lot of energy, and it's going to take a lot of energy out of me now. I'm older now. I'm literally 5 to 6 years older now. I'm not the same person. Committed relationship and all this type of stuff right now. I don't talk about it much, but yes, that's the thing. And it becomes problematic to be like a gamer all the time, and ignore your life and then your social life and all that type of stuff. And like I can't do things like that anymore, which is part of the reason why I don't work hard on weekends anymore. I take that time out to friends and family and deal with things and talk to my children, just be a normal human being. And I found that's actually a lot better for me, because you get to recoup, relax, get your energy back, have some fun, and then just be a normal person. So with that said, we have the final thing to actually talk about before we wrap this up. I've been saying this for a while. Your boy is making a game. On top of making a game, I found a lot of issues with doing that. And I also found there's an easier way to actually do that. And in order to do all the things I wanted to actually do, I thought that being an indie dev, like it would be easier as an indie dev, which yes, it is kind of easier, but there is something that you should do if you want to be an indie dev, is make a gaming studio. So now on top of like I've been talking with people, I even told some friends they're excited, I even told another dev this, and they actually want to help me start it. So what we're gonna do, I don't even know what I'm even gonna call the studio, to be honest with you. But and don't worry, it's not like I'm not asking any of you guys to pay for anything else like this. I'm pretty much self doing it and putting everything together. Later on, like this ain't gonna be some BS Grumps type of thing and kind of like Star Citizen where they're taking $10 million from everybody and they ain't no damn game. Like we ain't doing none of that. Like I detest all of that. What I'm initially doing now is getting everything together. I have to figure out a team that I'm gonna actually hire. As far as that, I have somebody actually helping me with all of that. And initially what I was going to do is I was going to be the person programming, but I'm falling back on that, and I'm going to give the reins to somebody else on that and let somebody else do the programming, which I did fine on my own because I have the base, I have the skeleton of the game, I have literally the game design of the game, I have the story of the game. All of that stuff is already done. I have literally the initial content of the game, the not DLC, was the expansion, what happens in the expansion, what happens in the second expansion, what happens in the third expansion, and then what I am calling the universe. There's a reason for that. You don't know that now, but there's 4 parts to all this. It's still all one game, but you're gonna just start off in the main game first, and then the expansion, second expansion, and then the universe. And then on top of that, there's going to be other games alongside that, because what I'm trying to do is have the IP lead into other games, and there's going to be other games and other stories to do based off of the main story. The main story is actually already completely done. Lore, characters, who's going to be in it, what they're going to be doing, everything else like this. And remember, this is an MMO game. With that said, I can't even say that I was spoiling, but that's what's going on right now, and why I kind of like fell back a lot of stuff. I don't talk as much as I used to on social media. I don't talk as much as I used to on Discord because there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm talking to somebody all the time and literally like, hey, like I need you for this type of program, I need you to do this, like I need to talk to this person because I need to figure out funding for all this. I need to figure out make sure that if I get staff together that they're being paid, because I don't want anybody to actually do this for free. They need to be getting paid, and make sure that I'm actually getting professionals in the field and that I can afford those professionals in the field, and I let them know what I can afford to actually pay them, all that type of stuff. And that's what we're doing right now. Again, I'm not telling you that this to actually have anybody pay for anything out of my community. I don't want that. As naturally, I always say is that if you want to donate like anything, that's fine. But I won't. There's no goal I won't tell you to do it, anything else like that, because I know how the world is right now. Everybody don't have money for all that. All I want is everybody to enjoy content, like, subscribe, and hang out. That's it. I don't need anything else from you besides that, because that's actually paying me enough. I get paid enough on this channel. If you ever want to know what this channel is, I'm not allowed to actually show this. However, I will tell you what my channel actually generates. I'll tell you, and not every creator is actually going to do this. There's a reason why I can't show you my dashboard directly, because it is a beta dashboard, because I'm in the beta program for YouTube. I'm not allowed to show that. When I'm not in the beta anymore, I will show that shit all the time, because I actually did in Discord. It's in my Discord right now if you ever want to see, by the way. But I just can't show it right now because that's a conflict of interest. However, as of right now, my channel's average is between 1,700 to 2,200 a month. That's what my channel average is. And that's not counting sponsorships. You guys see I get probably like 10 sponsorships, and the sponsorships usually end up overriding and being more than what the channel actually generates. It's like I don't even need to actually, it's weird to say I don't need the channel, but if the channel didn't exist, then I wouldn't get the sponsorships. So just to let you guys know like how it works for me, and like where my money is actually at, because I like to be transparent about that. This month right now, the average is at 1,700. That's how much on the channel is. And on the 30th right now, because that's when I'm doing this video, because I'm actually doing HypeWatch on Sunday because I didn't have any time Friday and Saturday. Right now it's going to be 1,700 for the month. Sponsorships is another 1,500, so 3,200 this month. That's not like the average. Sometimes it's 2K. You know, it usually never falls under that, but it usually is between like 2,500, and then sometimes towards the end of the year, as a YouTuber, you get a ton of sponsorships. So you kind of like hang out between 2,000 to 3,000 every month. As a creator, like a creator my size. Granted, I'm just trying to, like, if there's anybody who wants to be a creator, just to give you real numbers so you can understand. You have to be as active as I am, because my channel does between 200, 300 views a month, depending on what I'm doing. You guys know I do a good deal of videos, between 50 to 90 in a month. It depends on if I'm sick or injured or, you know, whatever else, that type of thing. I'm being real with you because I literally had a symposium where I was speaking to a bunch of creators and telling them the realities. I was asked to do that. The feasibility of actually being a content creator in 2025, and the reality of it, and that this is an actual job right now. You can't, like, you're not going to be coming in and being a Markiplier right away. There's the 1% of YouTube that gets lucky enough to do that. And if you are, then grats. But the other 99% got to work. That's just the reality of the situation. You have to work. And if you work, things will happen for you. Good things will happen for you. It may not be right away. So you're probably going to have a job. And meanwhile, which I was like that in the beginning. I wasn't a full-time creator right in 2012. I was a IT specialist for Brooklyn Hospital. And I decided that I think what happened with Warframe, I did a Warframe video. That video did like 1 million views and just blew up out of nowhere. I became really big with Warframe, doing content and everything else like this. I started going to Guild Wars 2. If you guys remember that, which Warframe and Guild Wars 2 are in my, that's why they're always there in my my intro. And because that's what those games made me a creator, basically. Warframe, Guild Wars 2, and Blade and Soul. That's what made me a creator, those 3 games, which is why that's always my intro. People never really understand that. I was like, you should change the intro. No, that's like me changing what my roots were. That's why it's always the intro. I may change the music, but I'm never going to change the intro, because that's what got me right here, where I'm at right now, where I'm literally about to open a game studio. I would have never thought that this would be where I am right now at that point. I thought it was something cool to actually do. I was gaming. I've always been a gamer my entire life. I've been in gaming and as a content creator before I was actually a YouTuber, because I was a person who made content for a game called engine called Mutant, if you guys remember that. I was doing things in World of Warcraft. I was like one of the top PvP paladins in the world in World of Warcraft. I still have the title on my character right now, which is like, if I sold the account, it's worth millions. I will never do it, but like people literally like I got so many offers over the years for that. People kind of like forgot it now because WoW fell off, but like I've always been a content creator the whole time. I just wasn't always on YouTube. And to think that I'm at this point right now is kind of humbling. A lot of you guys have made this happen. A lot of you guys been in the community literally from 2012. Like I had people literally like talk like, hey, and I look at when they subscribed and it's like 2012. I'm like, holy crap, you've been here since the start, sir. I need to buy you dinner. like damn, like 12 years of you being subbed to me, like that's crazy. I appreciate that. And like we sub climbing again for a little while. It like we were like wondering I wasn't getting many. I realized that I am an acquired taste as a YouTuber because I don't do what everybody else does, and I will tell somebody off if they talk crazy to me. No passive aggressive stuff. And that puts people off. I know that puts people off. I'm completely aware of that. I accept that. I'm like, that's just me. I'm a Brooklyn, New Yorker through and through. No matter what, I'm going to be like that on YouTube too. I'm not going to sit there and take nonsense and not have nonsense around me, which is why if you're in my community, you notice that I don't have memes going 5 million times in the Discord and people talking crazy to each other and making fart jokes and everything else. Like, shut the hell up. You ain't that funny. like we don't do that here. Everybody is like, I said this in another video, this is the community for the cool kids. But the thing is that there's no such thing as nobody could be the cool kid. Everybody could be the cool kid if that is emphasized, that everybody be the cool kid. And what I'm trying to say about that is that everybody is accepted. I don't care what you are. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care what you identify as. I don't care what you do when you get out of here, as long as you end up being a good person at the end of the day. I only want good people around me. I don't want weird people around me. I just want good people. That's it. Doesn't matter what you are, as long as you're a good person. You treat people right around you. If you are looking for the best out of life, if you're looking to actually make people happy, if you're looking to actually enjoy yourself and play a game, everybody come together and have fun. That's all I want out of this community. Anything else, I will throw you out. Being 100. You will not be in this community. You can go do that somewhere else. You go be dramatic somewhere else. You can go complain that some dress is not long enough for you or short enough for you, or you can't see a boob, so do it somewhere else. Not doing it here. That's how we roll here at the Legends. And that's not to say that you're being censored or anything else like this, but it's a positive community and I only want positivity. All that negativity and stuff like that, do it somewhere else. However, in the Discord, we do have a rage section where you can rage and go crazy and be like, I hate this, that, and the third. You can do that there. That's fine. But everywhere else, you can't do it. Yeah. So I will catch you guys next video. Be legendary. Happy Sunday. I do apologize for talking this long and just making you look at this over and over again, but is what it is. I just want to get that out there, and I wanted you guys to know where we're at community wise and where we're going. It's gonna be pretty big. I'm still gonna be a YouTuber. I'm never actually going to retire from being a YouTuber, but when I actually get the whole game studio thing running and everything else like that, I will probably be more of a YouTuber for the game, more so than a reviewer. But you will start to see, I've actually already started doing that I don't actually stick around and play a lot of games anymore the way that I used to. I think the only games that I actually play long term right now is Wuthering Waves, because I think that's the best gacha. It will be Etheria and a Nantra, or I don't know, it's Nantra or Lantra, whenever that actually comes out. Just those three. Everything else is just kind of like casual. I will show up and look at it. And then maybe the close fourth will be Tribe 9. But Tribe 9 looks like it's going to have down periods like we are in right now. So I probably won't even have to hardcore try that. And then another close fifth will probably be the First Descendant and Path of Exile 2. But there's both seasonal games, so you don't even have to stick around to them that much either. Catch you guys next video. Peace. Be legendary. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I love everybody who stops by. You guys always make my day with your comments. It's always funny and whimsical and gives me a reason to keep going. So be legendary, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.